Welcome to HyperHost.MX. We're going to show you today one of the extra features that we offer to all our customers. You have to request it by ticket. In the panel.hyperhost.mx, you log in, you create a support ticket, and you request to have access to the hub and also access to the plugins. Once you go into hyperhost.mx/hub, you need to access with the email that you provided for us to assign to your account. I'm going to log in. Username and password. A couple of things you should know. The first thing is that by going to the cog, you can switch the language and you can hide some of the settings. One of the settings that if you are able to see you should hide is hosting, because you're already hosted with us and it's not controlled by this plugin. Another one that you can also hide is backups, because we back you up. You don't need an extra plugin for that. You click save, and you click save, and the page will refresh, or it will ask you if it's okay to refresh. Things to note is that you can always contact us with the chat widget here. If we're available, we'll answer. If we're not, we will. You can leave us a message. The best way to contact us, though, is through panel.hyperhost.mx, where you can access your account and leave a support ticket right there. Now, let's get on with this hub. The hub allows you to see the websites that you manage from here in several different ways. You can sort them by when they were added. You can filter and label them. You can see them as a grid, or you can see them as a list. You can see which websites have updates pending and what updates are pending. You can see which websites have security installed and enabled. You can see the websites that have performance enabled, SEO, uptime, and analytics. Another thing that you can see is which websites have updates on the core, the themes, or the plugins, and you can update them right from here. You click on updates. They will be checked by default. If one of the websites does not have the automation of updates enabled, you can enable it right here. We're going to go ahead and do it for one of our websites. As you can see, it goes into the detail of the website. Every 6 hours, that's fine. We are going to skip the backup. We're backing up every 24 hours for you. You can check if the update is safe. You can send you an alert if there's more than 25% change on your website, so you're aware that something did change with the update. And you can get an email for every update, or a daily summary, weekly, monthly, or not get them all at all. So everything is set up to have this update automatically. Another one of the settings that you can see from here is that you can go and manually run the update. So we're going to choose update, and we're going to click on update. You need to wait for this to run. Not all plugins and themes will update automatically or from here. because some of them come embedded into the theme that you've purchased or using, and if you want to upgrade them, you need a license. So this will only update the ones that you have access to update. I have paused this so you don't have to wait for the entire thing to run. You do have to wait though when you're doing it manually. Once it's done, it will tell you which ones did update by not seeing them, and it will tell you which ones still need to be updated. They're still on the list, and it tells you the update that needs to be done. You can choose to ignore the updates, so they're not on the list anymore. And that's it. The list is clear. Now, as we can see, security is not installed, so we're going to install security and activate it. We get messages from the system right here. Now security is installed, and it will run the scan and tell us what we need to do in order to improve our security. One of the things that you can do and that we recommend is to whitelist your IP. But in order to do so, you have to have a static IP. We have an article about one of our partners that provides you a VPN with a static IP. This way, you can make sure that you are the one accessing your website and no one else, by making it impossible for other IPs to access your admin section of your website. You can read about it on the partner section on the top. Another thing that you can install from here is the SEO. I'm going to let it install, and as you can see, we have an uptime red alert. So that is something we need to check. It is telling us that the website has an issue and we should address it. I'm waiting for the SEO to be installed. After that's installed and running, I will come back to the uptime. There you have it. Of course, you should check the entire panel from here and run everything from here. So let's check the uptime. Everything is up and running and is peachy. It's probably because of the updates we made. Remember that whenever your website is updating, it is not available to be seen by people. We can also install analytics. You can always access the admin section of the website by clicking on admin. You can change the metric types, check the statistics, see everything else that needs to be seen on your website. You can see which themes you have installed. So for example, there are themes here that we don't need. I can select them and I can delete them. That is a way to have the website clean. That way, we only have the themes that we need. The same can be done with plugins. If we have plugins that we no longer need or no longer want, we can choose them right from here and delete them. We can go back to the overview. This is a nice place to see everything that's going on the website. You can see which issues with security you have that you should take care of. What's your uptime? what's your SEO, the analytics, the updates, and the performance. It's all right in here. You can run a test, for example. You can see there's a score of speed that can be improved. There are different ways to improve it. One of them is to make changes to the performance setup. And another one is on the panel. You can access your panel by going to cp.hyperhost.mx, logging in, and making changes in the panel. We have a video showing you how to do that. So you don't need to install extra plugins besides the ones that you already have installed in order to improve the site speed and the image optimization. You can always go to the admin panel from here, or you can go back to the list of websites from here. Remember that in order to have access to this, you need to create a ticket at panel.hyperhost.mx where you log in, you create a ticket and request for us to add your website to the panel. Once we've added you and your website to the panel, you can add your own websites from here. This is one of the extra things that you get with HyperHost. We love to give this to all our customers. You can manage all your websites from here, and you can have access to the WPMU Dev Premium plugins, which are the ones that are running all the things that you see here on each one of the websites. For example, we can see there's one website that is down right now. Source, it's up again. Recheck it. It's fully accessible, so we can be relaxed. Again, if we want to run an update on all the websites at the same time, we go to updates and click on update. And the system will run an update on all the websites, whether they have automate enabled or not. And again, if a website is completely updated, it will be removed from the list. If there's an issue, you will see it right there, so you know you can take action. Again, some of the plugins can't be updated, so sometimes you will have to ignore them or get a license in order to be able to update them. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to look for our website at HyperHost.MX, where you can get very high-speed hosting for all your websites at an amazing price with daily backups, SSL, SSD drives, and many more extras, just like this hub and just like the WPMU Dev plugins that are all in Pro version. You have also free website transfers and professional email hosting with 10 gigabytes per inbox. We also have many other extras that we invite you to join us and get. Thank you for watching.